You were roused from your slumber by the crackling of thunder. Heavy rain beats on the top of your makeshift shack that you luckily found in the swamp. We can go live. Or faces.
Faces are up.
All right. As I said, you're seeking shelter beneath a shack
Yes.
in the middle of a swamp.
Okay.
Heavy rain.
All right. Well,
To the east is where you came from. Chased out of town by someone who wants you dead. The world's full of more than a few.
okay.
So for now, you seek shelter from the storm. You've got a weak constitution, so you're...
Oh God, I have 5 con, don't I?
Yeah.
Oh God.
So I'm
Okay.
presuming you're going to wait till the storm breaks.
Absolutely. I
Yeah.
just chill
So you,
for a little
yeah,
while.
eventually fall back to sleep, and by morning, the storm's broken, clearish skies, and you're able to sort of look around and see where you made it.
Okay.
Last night when you stumbled in, it was dark.
Tell me about this swamp.
It's just sort of a mucky marsh that seems to extend for miles in all directions. To the east, there's a mountain range. As I said, that's where you came. Village you were chased out of is maybe a long day's walk back that direction. To the west, you can see maybe 20 or so miles. Starts to break into rolling hills.
I don't have the supplies to survive that journey.
20 miles? It's like a day or so.
Yeah, but I don't see
But
any
you are
towns over there.
yeah, you are running low on salt beef.
Hmm.
So you're in a shack, which looks like it may have been a woodshed.
Mm-hmm.
Off to the side, whatever the main house or farmhouse was, is since reduced to rubble. There's a single path leading out from the shack, sort of to the main road.
Okay. Well, I will follow the road from the shack. The path from the shack out to the road.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so maybe 30 or so feet out is the main road. Travels roughly east and west.
Okay. And you said to the west, after 20 miles, is rolling hills and stuff?
Yeah, so sort of this low marshland extends for another 20-ish miles.
And this road is in the middle of a swamp?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Um, and the people to the east already drove me out of town?
Yes.
Oh, God. This is a precarious situation to be in. I take it they got a good look at my face?
Yeah, yeah.
Was I wearing my black or my red robes when they drove me out of town?
Up to you.
I was wearing my black.
Like I said, there's swamp in pretty much all directions. Like the town is probably 10, 15 miles back to the east.
And this town is out of the swamp?
Yeah.
What did these people drive me out of town for doing, specifically?
Um, I I don't know. I'll let you decide the specifics.
Okay.
Stealing someone's chickens to use them in some terrible entropy magic.
These horrible villagers. I kind of want to just go back and kill them all. How big is the town?
I mean, it was a village of maybe 100 odd people, permanent residents.
100 people. Oh, I can't take 100 people.
No, hence you fleeing, chased out by
Yeah.
the town guard.
Um, I didn't get a head count of how many town guard there were, did I?
There were at least 2 chasing you to the edge of town.
Okay. Sounds about right. 2% of the population. Um, I kind of want to go back to the town, but I'm terrified that I'm going to die.
You can come back after you're a level or 2 higher.
All right, I'm going to remember the name of this town. And when I'm higher level, I will come back to this town and completely demolish it. I will level it to the ground and return the souls to Beelzebub, who wants to collect them.
All right. The
All
name
right.
of the town was Triam.
Triam, I'm writing that down on my character sheet.
And you can come up with backstory when you're less lazy.
All right. Character note: Town Triumph will murder it in the face. Done. All right. So
Is there a way to zoom out on this map that I'm drawing, or have I
uh,
screwed myself?
think you might have screwed yourself. I mean, you can scroll up and down and shit. But yeah.
Okay.
So I want to head to the west.
Yes, that's the direction you were heading before
Yeah.
the storm chased you into the shack. Okay.
Okay.
So
Does it
you
look
get.
like it might be storming soon?
Mm, no, it looks like clear skies to the west, and sort of the clouds are blowing over eastward towards the mountains.
Okay. Let's go. And then how appropriate that we have 666 viewers.
Bum
Whoa.
bum bum.
All right, so I head out to the west reluctantly, but whatever.
Yeah, I mean you're sort of used to a life on the road, never being welcomed in one place for long.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So
All
I
right.
start strolling.
Yep. So like it's a reasonably well maintained path. Sort of muddy at this point. There's some deep tracks in the middle of the road from like a set of wheels. So clearly some sort of trade route, but the mud has washed most of the other tracks away.
Okay.
And so it sort of meanders roughly east-west through the swamp for a while. Reasonably uneventful, not a soul on the road.
Well, after a storm
Birds
like
flying
that,
overhead.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I
Um,
just keep going and I take
yeah.
breaks as I need to, and
Yeah. So eventually the swamp sort of gives way to grassland, dries up a bit, raises in elevation as you start transitioning to the hills. Odd tree starts to pop up here and there.
mhm.
Evergreens,
Okay.
and yeah.
All right.
Anything you want to do, or just keep strolling
I just keep
through the
following the
day?
road, hoping it takes me somewhere.
Well, it's bound to as roads do.
Yeah.
All right. So eventually, you rise up into these rolling hills. The base of the hills, you can see the elevation continues to extend upwards,
Mhm. Okay.
and you're pretty much out of the wet. Um, by starting to get sort of dim light, it's autumn. And sort of a breeze picks up and chills your bones.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So where are you aiming to get to?
I'm just following the
Right.
road until it takes me to some town somewhere. And
Okay.
thinking about that, I change out of my black robes into my red ones.
Okay. Okay. Um, just a bit before sundown. I mean, maybe half hour or so. The sun's getting low in the sky. You can hear some voices off in the distance on the path.
Okay. Let me quickly double. I don't remember what weapons. I have a dagger and a whip. I don't have a
Hmm.
walking stick. Okay. I have a dagger and a kris. Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I tuck my holy symbol inside my robe so it doesn't, the bronze scarab doesn't show on the outside.
Hmm.
I'm try and cover up my daggers as much as possible, like keep them inside my robes. Um, and I try and fake a limp as much as possible. Like a subtle limp, not a strong one, just like a little just got a little bit of a hobble as I as I continue walking in this direction.
Okay. So you see, I mean, the road's coming to a bend, and I mean, you can sort of hear the voices. It's hard to tell because there's sparse trees scattering sound.
Hmm.
Are you looking at the map at all?
Yes, I'm looking at the map.
So there's the bend.
Whoa, I don't see a bend.
How do I do it?
Oh,
It should just be a road. I just switch
well,
pages.
if you switch pages, you have to drag the red thing from one page to another.
The red thing. Where's the red thing?
So if at the top where you like bring the drop down for the
Hmm.
thing, there should be like little.
Oh, okay. Players are on the last. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So, and let me put a sort of a U.
Let me create a new overlay for this shit.
So the big S is U. I can probably drag that around, can't I?
Yeah, and if you
Or
put things on different layers, it makes it easier because the object detection is really bad.
Oh yeah. I don't know how to do different layers.
Right click on, once you have something selected, right click on it and say send to whatever layer.
A layer, token layer.
Token layer would be, yeah, what we're looking for.
All right, so that's you. Going around the bend. Too lazy to draw trees, but there's sort of sparse trees everywhere off the path.
Okay.
So it sounds like you hear, I mean, you'd guess that you're hearing sounds. Gosh.
I guess that I'm hearing sounds.
No, hold on. You're guessing the sounds are sort of coming from this area.
Okay.
Sounds like voices, at least 2 of them.
I slow down my pace and kind of keep an eye out, but I'm ready to meet these guys.
Yeah. What's your perception?
My perception is 14.
All right. Why don't I have you roll a perception check?
26, baby.
Awesome. So you're walking forward, I assume?
Yeah.
Okay, whoops, let's drag you. So you get to about here. You can't quite see around the bend. And you see in a tree, I'm going to draw it on here. Whoops, you aren't. Damn it. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out how to use this program. All right, so you see in a tree sort of on the north side of the path, a small humanoid creature crouching, maybe about 8 feet up the tree, and looking off towards around the bend.
Like towards the direction I'm coming from?
No, the direction you're heading to. So the direction of the noises.
I try and scuttle off the path to get a closer look at what this humanoid creature in the tree is.
Yeah.
Also,
so
how many voices do I hear?
You heard about 2, at least 2.
Roughly.
It was hard to make out what they were saying. They're still sort of muffled.
Right.
Because yeah. So did you see that X is where in the tree?
Yeah, I see.
See the creature.
Okay. I try and scuffle near the creature, being as quiet as possible.
Okay. You want to roll a dex check, I guess, or is that what we usually use if you aren't a priest?
Sure.
Can you do you want to draw yourself a token and sort of drag him around as where you're going?
Yeah, I can do that. Just changing the overlay. There we go. Cool. Where? If you have the S on token layer, right?
What's that?
You have the S on the token layer. I think if you right click it, you can say assign to player, and then I can just drag the S around.
Advanced group front. How do I? I don't think so.
Okay, cool. So I will do a circle for myself. That's me.
All right.
So I kind of want to move over here, and then start like sneaking up this direction.
Okay.
And I want to get about 15 or 20 feet away from it, so that way I can get
so stop it there. That's about. Are each of these squares supposed to be 5 feet?
Whatever you want them to be. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're about 20 feet away, where you just put your cursor.
There we go.
Okay. So do you want to roll a
dex check?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's my dex? My dex is 12. Okay.
So do you clear
32?
So are we doing where you add to your dex or where you clear to your...
Oh, I was always doing add to dex, and then 20 would be pass for most things, and then whatnot.
Okay. All right. So you're walking, and you step on a twig, and you see the creature sort of ear perk up and turn around, and you execute the most badass ninja roll behind a tree.
Uh-huh.
And you wait there for about 5 seconds, 10 seconds. hiding behind this tree about 20 feet away from the creature.
Okay.
Do you want to make any further action?
When after about 20 seconds, I want to peer around the tree and see what sort of creature I can see.
Okay, so you see its back,
Mm-hmm.
which is sort of a weight off of your shoulders. It's, like I said, maybe 3.5 feet tall. It's hard to tell because it's sort of squatting. Sort of got a sickly blue-green skin hue. It's wearing sort of tattered rags, maybe a burlap potato sack as its shirt. It's got
Must be a goblin or a kobold.
It's got a little cap, and it looks like it's holding some sort of stick-like object. But like I said, you're facing its back, so you can't really.
Can I get a look at its head at all? Can I?
The back of its head, like I said, it's wearing a little cap. It looks like maybe a nightcap, a little red nightcap, or something like that. Just sort of like a floppy hat, and it has pointy-ish ears.
Okay. I'm gonna sit and wait.
You hear it sort of make a weird cooing sound.
Okay. What's the range on cause fear? It's 10 yards. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's 30 feet. I'm within
Roll
range.
another perception check for me.
Okay. So RD20 plus, what was it, 12?
Mm-hmm.
No, 14 is my perception. Yes!
Awesome.
This is a beautiful day.
So, okay. So you see some movement off into the ground. So I put another token there. So you see another one of the creatures on ground level, sort of shifting from one bush to another, getting closer to the path, and it winds up ending up where I showed it.
Okay.
All right, and from your new vantage point, you can make out that one of the voices is male, and he says something to the extent of like, "Get me the hammer from the back of the cart." And then you hear a female voice respond that's lower and hard for you. You can't make it out. It's not carrying as well. But so you can hear some, and then the discussion stops there.
Can I see the race of this other guy on the ground?
It looks to be the same thing. So about 3.5 feet tall, sickly greenish goblinoid type creature. It's sort of crawling through the bushes, wearing similarly tattered clothes. This one's not wearing a hat. It's a little further away and sort of obscured. But...
Okay.
Sorry, were you asking about the range of cause fear?
It's 10 yards.
Okay, so 30. So both of these creatures are within range.
Yeah. I don't want to use it on them yet. I want to see what happens between these guys and the others, and I kind of want to just side with the winners and be like, see who's going to be coming in, who might be leading, and then hop in and join the side of the winner.
Okay. All right, so you're just going to wait and watch how this
I'm just going to kind of see how it plays out.
Okay, so this guy walks here-ish, and that's sort of out of your vision. There's a tree in the way.
Fucker.
So that's within the next 2 minutes or so. You hear vague conversations from the humanoids in the road. They're speaking common, by the way.
Okay.
But you weren't really able to make out details of the conversation. I don't know. Every once in a while you hear the male voice mention some kind of tool or a wheel or something like that. The female voices, like I said, are hard to make out at this distance through the trees. So after about 5 minutes, this guy scrambles down from the tree. Yeah, my pieces aren't sticking together. Scrambles down from the tree on the other side of you, and you lose sight of him.
Motherfucker. Okay, I want to sneak up to the tree that he was at, so I kind of want to creep up to it.
Okay. All right, you look, and these two have sort of approached to here. They're hiding behind bushes just on the... So this guy's behind a bush, this guy's behind a tree. Mm-hmm. Just on the outskirts of the path.
Okay.
Anything in particular you want to do, or are you just going to sit and wait?
I'm going to try and get
cognition of...
I'm going to just try and get a look at... I really want to know what race these creatures are, and I want to try and peer around and see who is coming down the road. By the way, I do speak Goblin.
Yeah, so can I have you roll some kind of knowledge check? Maybe, how about just an int check is fine.
Okay. D20 plus 15. 29.
Okay. So you would assume that these creatures are kobolds. You never encountered one before, but you've heard of them. They're
Okay.
I keep changing the color of my cursors. All right. So you are right now behind the tree that the creature was originally in.
Okay. Okay.
Are you trying to peer around it or anything?
Yeah, yeah. I want to peer around. I want to see what's happening on this road.
Okay. All right. So it's pretty easy to be stealthy. Everyone's back seems like they're to you.
Mm-hmm.
You see like a wagon in the middle of the road,
Okay.
and it's sort of at a weird cockeyed angle. You're sort of looking at it over the top of some bushes.
Interessante.
And you catch a glimpse of sort of a male humanoid, looked to be a middle-aged man, sort of stand up for a second, and then like sort of stretches back and then crouch back down, and then you can't see anyone but the two creatures.
Okay. I keep waiting. I keep waiting.
Okay. In another minute or so, you hear sort of a shout, and it's not Goblin, but you recognize it seems to be a derivative language, and they shout something extent of "Go," and you see the two creatures run out from behind their bush hiding places into the road.
Okay. You said the cart was at cockeyed angle.
Yeah.
Were there any horses pulling it? Or was it like a human drawn cart?
You can't see from here.
Okay.
You don't see any horses, but
Okay. But I haven't heard any sounds of horses or horse hooves or anything.
no. No. I don't know. You weren't paying attention. Do you want to try and maybe you can roll a perception check to see if you recall hearing anything?
Okay.
Sure.
Perception for me is 14. God,
Okay.
another
So
20.
now
Oh my
that
God, these should be
there
combat rolls. What am I
was-
doing?
you probably heard the neighing of maybe an ass or a donkey.
Okay.
So you see at least one other creature dart out from the other side of the path. You hear the scream the screams of at least one female human. Sound kind of young.
Okay.
By at least one, I mean two voices or more.
Fuck it.
And then
Let it happen.
And the man shouts, "Get in the carts, kids!"
Oh God, the children.
All right. So are you gonna keep watching, or
No, I want to start strolling up with them.
Okay. All right. So where are you going?
I'm going to try and come out over here to the path.
Okay. So get ready to roll initiative in a sec. I'm going to go ahead and play out a round of this mess.
Okay. I got a plan. I unfurl my whip from inside my cloak.
Okay. Alrighty. Hold on. So you hear the donkey sort of neigh, the man sort of grunting, and it sounds like he's locked in combat with at least one of the creatures.
Okay. All right. Let me know when it's the next round.
Yeah. Oops. Those are all some of. Ignore any rolls that I accidentally sent to you.
Whoops.
I think I screwed it up anyways.
Yeah, well, I'm not looking at them. I'll pretend I didn't see them.
Alrighty. So roll initiative on the next round.
Okay. D10 plus 8. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm so late in the round.
Alright, so you're last. So as you're stepping out into the path, you see there's sort of a donkey attached to the front of the cart. One kobold has its teeth sunk into the donkey's throat, sort of gripping at it with its claws as the creature flails around. There are two. Gosh, I'm getting difficult to keep up with this map. So there are two on sort of the south side of the cart, locked in combat with the man. The two girls are inside. There's two girls inside of the cart.
Oh, God.
Sort of an open-top cart. There's some crates of something in it. And the one kobold who you saw in the tree is starting to scramble up the back of the cart. Oops.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's sort of the scene you see unfolding, and then everyone else goes their second round before you get to go. Do you wish to make any non-initiative actions? As in, do you want to say anything as you're stepping into the path?
The only non-kobold... There's 4 kobolds, a human male, and a couple of girls.
Yeah,
And a donkey.
Mm-hmm.
I might have to change my plan.
All right, I'm going to start taking their
Yeah,
turns.
go ahead. I need to... Oh, am I going to continue with this? Oh, God. So high risk.
How do you resolve critical misses?
I do a saving throw versus death, and then depending on how badly it fails by, I just kind of make up something bad. Or if the save versus death passes, then I don't. Then it no bad effect.
For saves, you want to roll high or low?
High.
High. Okay. So you see. So one of there's two kobolds fighting the guy. One is just fighting with teeth and claws. The other has a short sword. The one with the short sword swings at the guy. He sort of parries it, and the kobold totally drops his short sword.
Yes.
This kobold has the tallest hat of all the kobolds.
The tallest hat of all the kobolds.
You were curious.
I'm always curious about kobold hat size.
Yeah, it's red, but it's pointy. It's not a floppy hat like the one you saw in the
I want a
tree.
red pointy hat. All right. All right. My plan is settled after seeing this hat size. All the other kobolds have just teeth and claws that I can see, except for this one.
The one you saw in the tree had a spear. Has a spear. So I said you saw some sort of long object. So he's the one climbing into the cart.
Fucking spear wielding. Okay, got it.
Oops. I can't wait to pick up some more dice.
No, what?
Okay, so the kobold climbs into the back of the cart and totally skewers the younger of the girls.
Oh,
Just
shit.
spear through her chest, and she lets out a very disturbing, burbling sound. And the kobold laughs maniacally. And you see a fifth creature step into the road from the bushes up here. He seems largely unconcerned, sort of just strutting out and crawling out. All right, so it is now your turn. You never declared an action, but you were last.
Yeah, so my action, I was going to whip the kobolds. Whip them good. I want to move up here and whip the kobold with the spear.
Okay, you're going to whip which kobold?
Wait, are there 5 kobolds now?
There are 5. Like I said, you just saw the 5th emerge.
Yeah, shit. Screw it. I'm going to whip the kobold with the spear. I do have one question for you, though. You get an attack of opportunity when someone enters a threatening square. So with the whip, since I've got melee reach 3, actually I can hang out. If I got melee reach 3, I can hang out back here. 1, 2, 3. If someone makes a step towards me and gets within like 3 or 2 squares, I get an attack of opportunity against them, right?
Yes. What's the reach?
3.
3. So if someone steps within 2 or yes, that is
okay.
True.
So I can attack the kobold with the spear, and then if he takes a step towards me, I can attack him again with my whip.
Yeah. How does it work? Yes, that's true. Is there a limited number of attack of opportunity you can take per round? I know there is in 4E. I don't know
yes,
if
I think there is. I think fighters get
based on their level, and everyone else just gets 1, don't they?
something.
Or is it fighters get their level? I don't know. For now, let's just say 1 attack of opportunity per round.
Yeah, I'm kind of looking it up
later.
right now.
Sorry, by the man hit the kobold who dropped his sword with a sword.
Okay.
That makes sense?
Yeah.
Pretty nasty blow to the creature's left arm.
Excellent.
But it's still standing.
All right. Well, I want to whip this kobold. I want to whip him good.
So which one?
The one with the spear in the back.
Did you mean to move your character off the path?
Yeah, well, I want to be as far away from the kobold as possible and still be able to whip him. Can I whip him from there, or are there plants in the way?
Yeah, sure. Over the top of the bush, and he's in the cart.
Excellent. Okay, so RD.
I'm going to move you just a little bit further. I'm trying to count these squares.
Okay.
Yeah, so he is now in the cart, and there are 2 girls in the cart as well.
Oh, is the kobold with the spear the brown one?
Yes, on that.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought the kobold with the spear was the one up top.
No.
Okay. Oh well, if he was the brown one, then I'm actually going to just stay where I was before.
All right, that's fine.
Yeah. I don't get any
You're
bonuses to hit. Okay. Do I?
No.
No,
No,
I get
I
it's
do.
just D20.
Yeah.
But I do get back attack, so +2. Do I have
Yeah.
surprise?
Sure. I'm supposed to roll a surprise check on that, aren't I?
Yeah, if you want, or you can just give it to me, whatever you want.
Why does it have 2 different armor classes for these guys? Hold on. Yeah, you can just go take a surprise.
Okay, so total of D20 +4, right?
+4 for +2 for back attack, +2 for surprise.
Well, I think surprise is a total +4, and back attack doesn't matter, right? Is that surprise? No, wait, that's just defining what things do. I think surprise gives, because then they're not attacking. It's like they're blind, basically, right? And then if you can't see, then you have a penalty of 4 to attacks and armor class. So I think surprise is the equivalent of blinded or like off guard, and then back attack doesn't modify surprise. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. That's how I've always used it.
Modifier. So back attack is +2. Yeah. Wait, total is 4. Yeah, so I think they get minus. Oh, surprise is -1. So you get hit with +3, or they get minus.
Oh, it's surprise is just -1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so D20 +3.
Yeah.
17.
Okay, so you whip the creature in the back. He lets out a scream. Roll for damage. Is it just 1 or is it 1d3?
D2.
It's D2?
Yeah. 2 damage to the kobold.
Okay, he screams and passes out from the pain,
Okay.
dropping his spear, falling on the dead body of the girl.
And I yell,
the other
"Get
girl in the
back,
cart
creatures
yells,
of chaos!"
What do
as
you
I say
say?
it. What?
What do you say?
Get back, creatures of chaos!
Okay. So the kobold nearest to you looks and spots you, and shouts something to the other kobolds. Let's re-roll initiative. We aren't doing the cumulative, are we? Let's
No,
just
I
do
mean
round
it's
by round
your
for now.
Yeah.
We can.
Yeah, no, the cumulative thing, it would be a pain in the ass to like merge with second. We'd have to basically do the whole system that's based around it.
Do you know weapon modifiers by size?
What do you mean modifiers by size? Like a short sword for a kobold is
Size of creature?
But what sort of modifier? Like damage or
Like for a small creature using natural weapons?
Oh.
I think it's but I don't know.
Shouldn't it just be initiative modifiers?
Yeah, I'm sorry, initiative modifiers.
Oh, yeah. I think it's 2 for kobolds. I think small is 2, medium is 4, large is 8 or 6. Maybe I'm making that up. Is it on
initiative
the DM?
Modifiers? I don't know. Those are like movement. Movement small. That's attack innate. I don't know. I'm gonna assume it's 3. Do you know a short sword offhand?
Short sword damage or speed?
Speed.
2.
2, really?
Yeah, short. 3. Short. 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So everyone's going before you again. So let's do. The man is going to be first.
Okay. I'm just gonna whip the next kobold to me with it. Hopefully with his back to me.
Yeah.
If not, whatever.
No, he's already He's already noticed you as he heard his comrade scream.
Okay.
Okay, so the man critically misses the kobold, but manages to keep his footing and his sword.
Excellent.
So the kobold is picking up his sword from the ground. The one nearest you is going to move in on you.
Okay, attack of
and
opportunity.
he moves, yeah, you get an attack of opportunity.
No bonus, so just an 8. Fuck.
Okay, so he moves within reach and makes a clawing attack at you.
AC
What's
10.
your? Do you have any? You have AC 10?
I have AC 10.
Oh, ouch. So he scratches you for 1 damage.
Bitch. Step back. I will destroy him.
Shit. I'm having to keep. Okay. So you notice the donkey collapse as the
Okay.
kobold's literally just gnawing on his neck.
Okay.
And the kobold with the short sword is still fighting with the guy, and he misses it. And then you see this kobold disappear off the path, and you lose sight of him.
Okay.
All right, you should say anything.
No, but it's my turn, so
Mhm.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I can't change actions, otherwise I would, but I will attack
You
with my
can't
whip.
change action.
Well, I can't change to
You
casting
change-
spell now, could I?
No, you couldn't.
Right.
You can change targets, maybe, but
No, I don't want to change targets. I'll just whip this guy.
What is your reach is 3? Can you hit creatures within 1 of you? Your reach is 3. Presumably, right? Yeah. Okay.
If not, then can I take a step backwards and then
Yeah,
whip him?
you can certainly do that.
Yeah.
But I think you can hit melee reach 1, right? Or is it only
No,
2
I
and
think
3?
you're right. I think you can only hit creatures within. If you have 3, you can only hit 3 and 2. If you have 2, you
Yeah.
can hit 2 and 1. 1, you can
Yeah.
only hit 1. Yeah. All right. So I take a step back and whip the kobold in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
Another 8. Shit.
Right. So you miss.
Yeah.
But it's still kind of intimidating to hear the crack.
Okay.
All right.
I'm going to switch weapons. I'm just going to drop my whip, and I'm going to pull out my Chris. Do we determine Chris is just the exact same stats as a dagger, or do we want to do different stats?
Yeah, let's do that. Same stats as a dagger, but more painful.
But more badass. I'm actually going to go get out my Chris. Where's it hiding?
I think we showed it on stream last week, but
Yeah, but now we're going to... Aha. This is what I'm using to fight some
draws one of
kobolds.
these suckers.
Get like
So
this.
why don't you roll initiative?
Yeah.
I keep typing
3.
DM roll.
3. Yes.
Nice.
Bring it
So
on,
you
kobolds.
definitely go first. Are you stabbing the kobold right in front of you?
Yes. I want to step forward and just stab him. Stab him so badly. Seven.
Okay.
Okay.
So you missed the kobold in front of you.
He's not wearing armor, is he?
No, none of them are wearing armor. Okay.
Alright, what spells do I have on hand? I have cause fear, putrefy food drink, cause light wounds, cause fear.
Okay, so the kobold stabs the man in the gut, and his entrails spill out as the sword comes out, and he collapses to the ground in a heap.
No, he's not supposed to die. Damn it.
So the kobold is starting to climb the front of the cart towards the girl who's still inside of it.
Okay.
The girl attempts to kick at him, but misses. All right, the kobold in front of you makes a somewhat pathetic dive attack
Mm-hmm.
and falls flat on his face in the mud.
Okay. I'm gonna cast. Oh wait, is it the round over?
Um, yes.
Okay,
Yes,
I'm
it
gonna
is.
cast Cause Fear on the kobold that is approaching the girl.
Is it only a single target?
Single target. One creature for every 4 levels.
Okay.
Okay, so uh,
Is there any? Is there a save, or is it just? I can look it up.
a successful saving throw against the reversed effect negates it,
Okay.
and
There.
remove fear can counter cause fear. All right, initiative speed is 1 for that, so 10. Oh god. Oh, the poor little girl is gonna die so badly. I was hoping one of these people would provide, like, vouch for me so I could get into town and then start causing mischief in there. That's why I didn't know whether to side with the kobolds and then try and turn them with me to help destroy a town, or to get with the people and then try and attack them
Yeah,
with it.
those are the options I was expecting you to choose between.
Yeah, and that's why I was like, oh wait, who do I side with? Who do I side with? And I think I might have made a mistake now.
Oops, roll. Okay. So the kobolds are going first.
Hmm.
Okay. So the kobold claws at the girl, tearing up her robes and bloodying her a bit. She's still standing and screaming.
Her sister's dead. Her father is dying.
So the kobold in front of you tries to stand up. Do you get an attack of opportunity on him if he tries to get from standing?
Maybe. Let's look at the rule books.
Okay. Well, let's deal with other stuff. So a rock flies at you.
Bad Nina, that's a Nintendo.
Is the cat
Sorry,
chewing
cat
on
was
your
trying to
stuff?
scratch the Nintendo.
Okay. So a rock flies from your left and whizzes by your head.
From my left, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Okay.
You notice a
Yeah.
kobold that sort of disappeared off the path, standing in a bush, still off the path to your
Yeah.
left. And the kobold, with the sword, barks something at the one who's hacking at the girl.
Okay.
Have you figured out that's an attack opportunity?
It doesn't. Page 13.
I don't think.
I don't think you get it on standing.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. Attack opportunity when a threatened creature or creatures ignores the enemy next to it or turns its back on a foe. The threatened enemy gets to make an immediate melee attack or sequence of attacks from monsters with multiple attacks against the threatened creature. Attacks of opportunity cannot be performed with missile weapons. This is a free attack that does not take place. Blah blah blah. Creature can't move more than. A creature can't make more than one attack of opportunity against a single opponent in the course of a combat round, but if several enemies leave themselves open, the creature can make one free attack against each. There's a limit to the number of attacks of opportunity a single creature can make in one round. Warriors and monsters can make 3 attacks, plus 1 per 5 levels or hit dice. All other creatures can make 1 attack, plus 1 per 5 levels.
Okay. All right. So no. All right. He stands up
Mm-hmm.
and totally misses you. And all right, it is your turn.
Okay.
And the girls at the same time.
All right.
So the girl jumps off the back of this cart. She's going to now be the brown one, who was originally the kobold that you whipped into submission. So she jumps off this cart and starts running into the woods this direction.
Excellent. I guess as I cast my cause fear, I yell after her, "I'll save you, little girl!" And I cast cause fear on the kobold that was attacking her.
Okay. So does he get a save on his turn, or
He gets a
immediately?
save immediately.
Ooh. Do you know what? Wait, which peep? Do you know what it's save versus?
Fear,
Actually,
which would be
Warrior
paralyzation.
saves paralyzation, poison, death magic.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm gonna call that a fail. I'm gonna give him 0 level warrior saves.
Yeah.
That's typical, right?
Yeah, because he's
Yeah.
less than 1 full hit die.
Yeah. Okay. So he cowers in fear. I mean, does it say whether they flee or whether?
Causes one creature to flee in panic at maximum movement speed away from the caster for 1d4
Okay.
rounds. Okay.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna roll initiative.
Yeah, and I'm gonna get my dagger and stab the goblin or the kobold in front of me.
Okay.
Okay. So D10 plus 1, 2 for my weapon speed. 8. Shit.
Okay. So you go first.
I go first with an 8?
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit. I make a stabby on the kobold in front of me. I don't get high ground for being taller than him, do I?
No. All
16.
right. So you stabby him.
For 4 damage.
Okay. He dies.
Yes.
All right. So kobold's turn. This guy runs in fear down the path.
Mm-hmm.
This guy comes towards you with the short sword, and this one comes towards you with nothing.
Shit. I have cause light wounds and putrefy food and drink.
Ooh.
Am I dead? Did you just kill me?
We'll see.
Did you just kill me?
You've taken 1 point of damage so
I've
far?
taken 1 point of damage.
Okay. You take 3 plus 2 is 5 damage.
That's 6 damage total. I'm at 1 HP.
Okay, yeah, so the goblin clawed you for 2, and the goblin short sworded you for 3. Alright, it is initiative turn.
Uh,
Whew.
Okay, I'm gonna stab the goblin with the short sword.
Okay.
Oh god, maximum initiative. Well, it was fun playing with you, Ryan.
Oh. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, so they do go first. Sorry, that was supposed to be to the DM. So this is 8 plus 2 plus 3. They almost rolled worse than you. Okay. So they both miss.
We both miss? Okay.
Short sword almost critical missed.
Okay. Woo.
So you have
R/D20 or /RD20 to stab the one with the short sword. 10. Tell me he's not wearing any armor.
That'll do it.
Yes.
And none of them are wearing armor.
1 damage.
Okay, that's enough. He had already been struck with the sword.
Yes, that's right. That's right. He did get hit in the arm with the
So
sword.
he drops, and the one next to you looks at his comrade fall. Are you gonna say or do anything? Your free actions?
I lick some of the kobold blood off my Chris and eye him and say in Goblin, take 1 step closer to me, please.
Okay. How do I roll morale? It's
morale
so
would be 2d10, and then you want to roll higher. You want to roll lower than what they have, what their morale rating is, and then there's modifiers on the DM screen that I showed
you
you.
want to roll lower than their morale?
Yeah,
for them to pass.
right. So I just linked you to the DM screen. There's modifiers over there.
Yeah, I think I have the DM screen open. Okay. Morale modifiers. Outnumbered, not outnumbered. You do have a spellcaster ability.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they've realized.
Lost 50% of group.
Of HP or group, so -4.
Creature is chaotic, -1.
No, it's okay. So he fails, and he kneels in front of you, covering the back of his neck and sort of shaking.
Okay. I yell out in common, "Little girl, I've slain them all! You can come back now, it's safe." And then I lean down and grab the kobold. Is he wearing clothes?
He's got some sort of rag on.
Okay. I grab him by his raggedy shirt and lift him to his feet, point the knife near his throat.
Can I do probability? I guess I'll just do D100, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Put the knife near his throat and then speak to him in Goblin and say, can you understand me, creature?
All right. Okay. He responds in Goblin, please don't kill me.
Where are the rest of your band?
Mm. Uh. Okay. He's dead. You killed them.
There's no more hiding?
More back at cave.
Where is your cave?
He struggles to try and point behind him generally, although
Okay.
you've got him in an awkward position, so he can't really direct you. How many rounds was the other guy supposed to run?
D4.
D4 rounds?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. What's your strength? It's pretty low.
12?
Okay. Yeah, so you aren't actually like
10.
lifting.
10.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not
You
lifting
just
him
sort
off
of got
his
him by
feet.
the scruff of his shirt.
Right. I use my knife to cut off his shirt,
Mm-hmm.
and then I try and like push him into the ground, into the mud, because it was raining yesterday.
Okay.
And then I pick up my whip and I say, "You will walk in front of me, or I will whip you to death."
Okay. So he scrambles to his feet.
Okay, and I call out again for the.
He doesn't. He's just sort of stares up at you, sad puppy dog eyes.
I gesture towards the wagon and make like a whipping off to the side.
Okay, so he sort of scampers over towards the wagon and looks back at you.
I'm kind of keeping an eye on him at all times. I step onto the wagon, make sure there are any weapons nearby. Like I want to like keep them away from.
So there's a spear there's a body of a kobold and a girl in the wagon.
Okay.
There's a spear sort of on, I don't know. He dropped it when he passed out.
I pick up the spear and I just toss it to the other side of the road where the kobold isn't.
And there's a sword on the ground in the dirt behind you.
Same thing. I just toss the weapons like so they're in the bushes on the side of the road somewhere.
All right. So you've got a donkey that's bleeding out in the road, and then there's the body of the girl and the kobold in the wagon.
Okay. Screw the donkey. I want to go to the man. I like keeping an eye on the kobold the whole time. I want to like feel for a pulse on the man to see if I can. Ow, that hurt, Nina. See if I can like bind his wounds and keep him up, keep him alive, or if he's gone.
Okay, his pulse is very faint. He's still alive, but he's been bleeding for the last 3 minutes.
Fuck him.
And his entrails are sort of hanging out of his belly. So
yeah, I kind of move the whip over to my other hand, pull out my normal dagger, and I just like end his misery.
Okay. Yeah. He was pretty much.
And I go check on the other girl too, keeping an eye on the kobold the entire time, like kind of reaching around, looking for the other girl, like then kind of look and feel for her pulse.
I think it's about the same. She's bleeding out, but she's still alive.
Does it feel like stronger or less strong than the man?
They're both at like.
Fuck it.
They're like -7, -8
okay.
in that ballpark.
I chance a glance over toward the other girl ran to see if I see her.
You see no sign of her.
Okay, I killed a little girl too.
Okay.
Yeah. Shit. I needed her. She was my ticket into this town.
Which town? The one that's behind you?
The one that's in front of me.
They don't know you yet.
I know. That's why I needed a little girl to vouch for me, saying, "Hey, he protected us from the monsters on the road." That's what I'm looking for her. Looking to help. That's why I wanted to help the people. Could get into the town that way, and I could start causing trouble from within. Could start.
So the kobold says to you, me go?
No. Do not take a step. I stand up in the cart and shout kind of in the direction that the little girl ran off to. I've got your dad here! He's okay! I've healed his wounds!
Mm-hmm.
And then I gesture for the kobold to climb back up into the cart with me.
Okay. All right. Kobold scampers up into the cart and sort of squats on the floor.
No, I make him stand up and
Okay.
put his back to me, and then I like keep a dagger right near his throat, like
Okay.
arm wrapped around him, dagger at his throat, sort of thing.
Okay. He sort of breathes in sharply and
Okay.
stays
I
still.
keep calling for the little girl. Girl, I've finished off the kobolds, and your dad's gonna be okay. Your sister's kind of hurt though. I need you to come and help me.
You don't see or hear her.
Okay. I'm gonna wait 2 minutes just to see if she shows up.
Okay.
No.
2 minutes pass.
Fuck. All right. Is the donkey still alive?
It was never alive. What do you mean? Like
Oh, I thought you said you could hear it. It was still living. No, it's dead.
No, the kobold. Yeah, no, it's bleeding from its neck.
Okay,
Collapsed
cool.
in
Yeah,
the
fuck
road.
it. All right.
I mean, you haven't checked for its pulse, but
Okay. Well, I loot the. I forcibly sit the kobold down, keep a dagger pointed at him, and then I search the wagon for gold, for money, for anything that looks useful.
It looks like they were transporting like oats or barley or something like that.
Okay.
Actually, you're an expert on crops, aren't you? They're transporting barley.
Okay.
And that's about it. I mean, it looks like they were trying to fix a broken wagon wheel.
Okay.
So the back left wheel is broken, and so the cart's sort of slightly cockeyed, and they have the replacement one leaning up against it. So there's basic hardware stuff like that. You find on the man. Oops. Oops. 1 silver and 6 copper.
Hello.
Nothing else of note. I mean, he had a pretty dull short sword.
Traveling supplies, food.
Yeah, there's
Food
some
and water.
Yeah, there's some bread.
All right. I sit down and have
Water.
a meal, and if the kobold tries to get anywhere near the food, I slap his hand with the flat of the blade, hard.
Okay. No, he just sort of cowers. He sits down.
Okay.
You let him.
Yeah, I let him sit down.
Okay.
I will take. I mean, if there's enough, I'm going to take food for a day with me.
Yeah. So there's 2 loaves of bread and a small roll of cheese.
All right. I pack them into my sack. How much do they weigh?
Negligible. You'll probably eat them before they.
Cool. Yeah, I'm nowhere near being encumbered anyway.
Okay.
Fuck it. I march the kobold in front of me. As I get him, a couple feet in front of me, put my dagger away, get my whip out, and just kind of march with my whip out. And if he slows down too much, I make a whipping noise. If he speeds up too much, I make a whipping noise. If he tries to run, let me know, and I will end his pitiful existence.
Okay.
And I just keep going down the road.
All right. How long did you wait at the scene total?
After the 2 minutes of waiting for the girl, I sat down. I took probably 5 minutes to search everything, make sure I kind of searched it good, and then sat down and ate food, which probably took another 2 or 3 minutes while I just pondered and what's going on. So, like 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes?
Okay, yeah, that's fine. All right, so then you continue on the path with the kobold at knife point. Why don't we take a quick 2-minute break or so?
Absolutely, that sounds perfect. We will be back in probably 4 minutes, actually. Everyone, see you then.